Hello puddings, how you all doing? And this is the voiceover for the little mouse brooch instructions. Look at them, they're so cute, aren't they? Some of them have padded ears, and that's what I'm showing you here. And some of them don't have padded ears, like this one here, because it had stiffening in. So that's basically what I'm telling you here. Sometimes the ears have stiffening and you don't need padding, and sometimes you have padding. Now the whiskers, I made those whiskers out of this jewellery stuff. It's like stretchy elastic and it works really good. I'm going to use this fabric today for the mouse, and because I thought those little swirly bits would be great for the ears as well. Right, let's get going. Here's the template that I use for the head. It's kind of like an egg shape with a pointy bit on the bottom. There you go. So, and it's wider than you'd think. I just put it onto the fabric and then cut round it. But if you needed to, you could always draw around it and then cut if you find that easier. There we go. Now the shape for the ears is kind of like a hot air balloon shape, and it's really well indicated with this fabric. You've got a round bit and then a little tab bit down at the bottom that you're going to use to try and sew it onto the head. So here's all the bits cut out, and you can see I've got two for the main face and two little ears, balloon bits for the ears. There you go, and they just fit in like that, and look, you can see how it all goes together. I like to use contrasting thread so that you can see the stitching, because I think that's part of the charm. So once you've knotted your thread, I like to go through just one side so that that knot is on the inside of the two pieces. And then it's really easy because you're just doing an over sew, sewing over and over from the same side, joining the two pieces together. I love hand sewing. It's a really good way to relax for me. Anyway, let's have a look at what it's looking like. So we've got the stitching half the way round, and there it is, all finished. Now we're going to put a little bit of stuffing in it. If you don't have any stuffing, you can always use the inside of a cushion. That's what I've used. There's a little tiny gap here that we're going to try and get that stuffing in. And one of the best ways to do that is either with your little finger, but even that was too big. So I've used a pencil to stuff the stuffing gently into that ear. And it worked really well. Next step is to attach that ear, now it's all stuffed, onto the head part. And you've got those little bits at the end that you can just stick down, hold them in place and sew through from one side to the other so that it's attaching both parts of the head and the ear. You're just stitching from one side to the other and trying to catch up the edge of the head that's sticking out by the ear, and eventually you've got your ear sewn on, and you can start sewing the rest of the head. You're going to go all the way round up to almost the other side where the next ear is going to be attached, and you're going to leave that middle bit open so that you can stuff it. So there you go, we've gone all the way round, and now I've attached the two ears, and I've got my little hole there that I'm just going to put the stuffing in. Stuff that stuffing in either with your fingers or with that pencil. Pencils work really well because you can sort of fold it in and get all the fluffy bits in really well. And once you've got all that stuffing in and you're happy that you've got the head how you want it, you can fasten up that top part. So there's the mouse head, all stuffed, looking cute and squishy, and all sewn up. Now we need some buttons for the eyes, and I'm going to use these tiny ones. I'm going to use that string where I finished sewing around the outside. I'm going to push it in and push it out again where I want to start sewing my eyes on. I'm using two teeny weeny lime green eyes just because the colours go really well. So you just go through the holes, sew through the button from one side to the other, pull it reasonably tight, and you kind of get like a little eye socket effect. And it like sort of dips in. And get your other eye on. And the next step is to do the nose. So you can do it by just sewing over and over in that colour. So that's what I'm going to do today. I did a black one on that one, or a pink one, or you can do the colour of the thread that you use. So there you go, there's my nose. It's really starting to look super cute, isn't it? Now I'm going to use some black cord for the whiskers on this one. And there they are, I just sewed them on at the back. Easy peasy. Okay, so we're up to the final part of our brooch, which is just to sew on a safety pin. And you can see how it's sewn on there. It's just like, get the safety pin, go over the metal of the safety pin. But if it helps you to make sure it's the right side, make sure it's not the pointy side. So you want to sew on the flat side of your safety pin, as you can see there. Now I'm going to do that and then show you the finished product. And there he is, all finished with his different whiskers, which I'm quite pleased with. So I'm going to do that again. A little bit of cord for the whiskers. There's his pin for pinning it on. Doesn't it look perfect on that little hat? There we go. That looks smashing. Anyway, that's how to make one of the mice. I will go back and do a voiceover so that it's all nice and clear, and hopefully it'll be all right. But I'll catch you next time, puddings. Bye. That really is the cutest mouse brooch I've made so far.